Hey, good morning, everyone. Um, pardon the surroundings a little bit, but it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I've got a 2-year-old, and going back to graduate school can sometimes include doing these projects when you just have time. So, pardon my appearance. Vanity is not part of this project, fortunately. So, I'm here to present the second part of my digital story and include a little bit of progress on this project. I'm really excited about the progress. I've documented all the progress and put forth that documentation on the online assignment boards posted for Brandon and the other instructors and colleagues to look and offer feedback. So I encourage any of my colleagues that watch this, uh, please look at the feedback, or excuse me, look at the projects, give any feedback, any ideas, any suggestions. I'm virtually open to anyone's feedback on this project because, again, this is about community learning. So, anyone watching this video could be part of my community. So, the exciting part, for those of you that may be following this, I found due to time purposes I need to put these links on YouTube. And one of the reasons I like YouTube as a format too is because who knows may watch it. So if someone watches it and is interested in the project, please feel free to reach out, and I'd love to network and grow this passion and project further in the communities of Manhattan, Kansas, and surrounding. So great. That's what we're here to talk about, and I've submitted that digital. Again, this is the digital portion of it, so I'm not going to go too much in detail as to what I've done because I've documented everything in an accompanying document that's been attached with the file. But in keeping with the request of a digital format, this is a little bit of the storyline. So from the last time in my last video, I defined this project, and I defined this project into an achievable task of expanding community education towards AEDs, public AED projects, community CPR, etc. And after the video, I felt like I had really defined this big, broad topic into something that I could do. So I set about further defining that into achievable goals that could be accomplished by December 1st, hence for graduation. So I see this as a much more lifelong journey, certainly over the next few years, but for the sake of the assignment, I'm keeping it to an achievable mode by December so that I'll have that certificate and hopefully be doing more of this work professionally and personally over the next couple years. But with that, I would just encourage you to look at the online documents that I attached because I think they really explain where I'm at and what I've done. I've used what's called a SOAP note format, and if you're familiar with SOAP notes, in medicine we document things in a SOAP note format because we want to first capture the subjective phases, then secondly add our our objective assessment, which is more like your physical exam, and then the assessment itself is more of a diagnosis, working diagnosis of which we're building a treatment plan around. So if you put all that together, the subjective phase of my project was to kind of look at where my mind was and what I had taken from the learning portion of this class and how I was applying it. The objective portion was what I've done, what I can measure, what I intend to implement, and just some things I learned along the way from networking, from talking to folks such as you and colleagues, and just building that network to include anywhere this project can go, any communities. The basis of our class is individual and community coming together to build populations. So I think that's certainly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to tie in my personal individual take on this project, combine the community feedback and the professional feedback of those at K-State and really around the country for this project, and see where we end up as a population and how it can help communities, not just in Kansas, but anywhere. So thank you for your assistance with that. But my assessment is my project has been kind of narrowed down to one focus on expanding emergency cardiovascular care, and I also included pediatrics in that because that's a big component of emergency cardiovascular care, but it takes on a little different educational twist. So I included that as part of the challenge as well. So my entire project is just to expand not only education, but community advocacy for emergency cardiovascular care and pediatric care. And I think the plan that I outlined is very achievable. It's set out on a month by month, step by step process. I'm extremely excited about some of the recent things I did. I just got back from a conference last night, so I couldn't be more excited because the things I learned, the people I met, everyone was just talking about the future and the buzz of education, and it was just really uplifting, and I met a lot of great people, and so that's going to introduce just new doors to this project, so I can't be more excited about that. But I think that's more to come. So hopefully, in a nutshell, that includes the digital portion of this. I intend to share it with my other colleagues in my group in Brandon and get some feedback. But as far as a formal submission, I'm going to submit this portion of the video on YouTube as an extension of the last video that you have seen. And then hopefully we don't post too many videos because I really don't like talking to this camera, but we will do so. And then I'll post the video and include the attachments I put there, and hopefully those of you that are interested will reach out and we can grow this community together and just really expand those two missions. And if this isn't something that gets you excited, I totally understand, but you know, it certainly is something that excites me and encourages me to grow not only for Kansas but everywhere, because it's about saving lives. It is about saving lives, and it's about building better leaders to propel that mission. So please join me in saving lives and advocating for the care of not only pediatrics but adults and overall wellness of us physically and mentally. All right, thank you for your time, and I really look forward to talking with some of you more later. Thank you.